Alright, at long last, we're here. The final part, probably. If it's not the final part, then this is going to be really embarrassing because I named these ahead of time. So, we're just going to say that it's the final part, and I'm going to have to finish the game in one stream. Which is honestly fine, like, it's not really a big deal, realistically. But, anyway. Let's see here. I did intend to skip that. So, okay, they updated the game, right? And they gave it some new resolution options, and they gave it, a new... Yeah, it was a new resolution stuff, which was pretty cool. So, we can take a look here. I already actually kind of looked at it, and it doesn't look bad. Resolution settings, original, max resolution, and high resolution. You can already tell that it, like, massively smooths things out, and smoothness is forced on. And then you can't have the filtering on that. You can still have the wallpaper, you can change the display area, that doesn't really matter. You can change it to 16 by 9 and stuff like that. I don't think I really want to do the max resolution stuff or the high res stuff just because, I mean, I can display it. We'll go on max and then turn that on. It does look kind of sick. I will not lie. It does look really, really cool. I kind of expected it to look like shit, but they actually did a pretty good job. Like, realistically, if you emulate it on PC, it's going to look better. But, I mean, damn, look at how clean that is. And then the 4:3 aspect ratio. My god. I do think really what they did, at least with the text, is they just put a new font over it. I want to see what this opening cutscene looks like. Actually, hold on. I have not seen the opening cutscene like that. So I haven't really seen any game footage with the max resolution. It doesn't look bad. I actually quite like it. I wonder what the submarine and shit's gonna look like. That's probably gonna be super cool. I mean, it looks pretty normal here, but you can already tell. Yeah, no, it's massively smoothed out. You have none of the sharp pixels that you used to. Yeah.
Weapons disposal facility on
I mean, damn, it really looks great. It really looks good.
Special forces being led by members of Foxhound.
It's got the...
They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of the
big boss. It feels like it has the...
They'll launch a nuclear weapon.
It has the sharpness of MGS2. In my opinion. It looks a lot like MGS2. It looks like Twin Snakes, basically. So that's interesting.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
I still prefer the original, and I'm most likely going to play the game in the original resolution. But again, I do not hate this. I really think it does look nice, especially if you want a much smoother... If you want to be able to, like... The only problem with the PS1 graphics with no enhancements is, yeah, it can be a little hard to tell what's going on just because there's so many pixels on screen, and it can get kind of... It can get a little, I guess, confusing is just the way I would say. Like, it just... Sometimes things blend together and it's hard to tell what's going on. There's just not that fidelity that you're kind of used to, at least from modern games. But yeah, dude, no, the max resolution looks really nice, and I do think it's a good thing that they gave you more than one option for that. So
in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Yeah, the models...
Liquid Snake.
like when I look at the surroundings, when I look at that kind of thing, it looks fine. Snake's model is a little goofy. It seems like some things are kind of fuzzy or blurred, or just
Weapons and equipment
things
OSP.
tend to clash,
This is a top
I'd
secret black
say.
op. Don't expect any
Yeah, look at
official
how
support.
blurry his model is. The other textures don't look bad, but things do get smoothed out, and there is just kind of that airbrushed look to a lot of things. And the title menu looks really nice. Title menu looks really great. But regardless, we're gonna change it back because standard center. All right, so with that out of the way, we will now actually play the game and finish it. I just think that the pixelated, it just has that charm, you know? It just has that classic charm and feel to it that I think is really important, you know? I think, you know, you do have to... I just like to preserve the original look of things. And this is the thing, is there's a good deal of sharpness with the way it looks right now. Shit. Okay, so I know where I need to go now. I think I should be able to, like, knock this out pretty not too badly, I hope. I did some conferring with a source of mine to make sure I knew everything that I was meant to do. Are there even cams there? Oh, there are. It's kind of weird because I couldn't see him from behind that wall. I really will never understand why this room exists. It's just kind of silly to me. It just felt like I don't know, like a fuck you room kind of thing. I feel like they kind of tend to do that, where they just give you a bunch of shit in one area and say, have fun with that. I would say a good example is the poison gas room. Oh dear God, why? What? What could I possibly be doing that you'd be objecting to right now? That missed. Okay. I told you that I was gonna do this, man. They don't even see you. I told you I was going to do this, and look at that, I get all of my stingers back, too. I waste all of them, and I get all of them back. So, if you, I don't know, Steel, if you've seen this, but if you scroll back in the screen, you can see what the opening cutscene... Thought you said inside the controller. No, I meant in here. I meant I'm going to blow up all the cameras in here. Stinger missile. See, look, all of my Stinger missiles are back. So I regret absolutely nothing. You won't get spotted? Seriously? Oh, is it like a prank? See, okay, and this is the thing. In my defense, I haven't played this game in like 4 years, so I didn't know that. I forgot about that. I didn't know that this was just like a walk through it and they won't care kind of thing. I guess it was sort of designed... This is designed to waste your time, isn't it? As is every Hideo Kojima game ever made, right? But anyway, I was going to say, if you haven't seen already, if you scroll back in the stream, you can see what the game looks like. They upped the resolution and stuff like that, so you can see what that looks like. And dude, honestly, it looks really great. I think it looks really good. If they had done that on release, if they had, put the high resolution stuff on release, there would be no problems with this. Stay close to the wall, follow the rail straight down through the wall, up the stairs, and follow that wall left and go through the door. Easy day. Fair enough. But, I don't know. I'm a sucker for blowing shit up, so. Metal Gear. So. So there are cameras in here. So I gotta be careful about that. So, what is this track called again? Stun RGO and MGS1. Isn't it called, like, Rex's Lair or something like that? I mean, I knew you. Can't I just...
Snake, it's me.
No, it's a mandatory call.
Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No
Dun
guards.
dun.
Nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready.
It's too what?
They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files.
Dog, I
Don't you
already
need a
know what to
password?
do.
Of course, but there are ways.
Hey, Otacon's the one hacking. Hey,
Yep,
what?
that
Exactly.
describes me pretty well.
Otacon's the
Does it
hacker.
look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm
He's gonna
counting
core
on
those
you.
files so hard. Climb the ladder. I love how that's like a separate area entirely. That's kind of funny to me. Is there anything behind that camera down there? See, now we're jamming. How many chaff grenades do I have? Damn, man, I kind of need more. Can I go through this door? This door does not open. There are eventually guards around here, are there not? Or are there guards like right now and I'm just not seeing them and I'm gonna get spotted in 3, 2, no, there's no. Oh, okay. Sure, just interrupt me,
Snake,
that's cool.
it's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay,
Next level 2
keep
soldiers.
trying.
I want to go back down. If I blow up that cam, no one's gonna care, right? I know that there's probably nothing behind it, but when there's a cam in some area, I'm like, it's probably guarding something. I'm just gonna use the stinger, honestly, because I don't want to waste the chaff grenades. I'm gonna need those. Is there like any way I could? Well, I do have that scope. But I want to. But I wanna. What if there's like cool shit back there? Isn't there a way to go around? It looks like there should be a way to. Well, that's the water area, right? That's where you have to go to get your key back, right? Your PAL key, right? Oh, and I could just like. That camera moves way too fast. I don't really like that. Yeah, by the time I start walking alongside it, would probably just spot me immediately. Oh yeah, there's no way to go back there. Shucks. Oh, what was that noise? Get that out. So I'm assuming there's going to be squeaky floors up here too, because Hideo Kojima loves to do some shit like that. Take a look at first person. Arrow. I love how like the bottom here is just like completely black. It's like shrouded in darkness. These floors don't, like, fall off, right? For some reason, I thought this was MGS2. I don't know. So it is jamming my radar, so I'm gonna have to be careful. There's two guards. It looks like there's one in the control room? Or is that just... That's meant to be Ocelot and Liquid, like, pacing around and being stupid, right? I'm gonna charge right into somebody, just watch. You get spotted if you walk in front of the control room. Oh, he's on the other side. Great, lovely. Do I have to go up another one? Am I maxed on shaft now? Nope, because of course not. Because, fuck you, that's why. No, or do I have to... Oh, yeah, yeah, there's a ladder to go up on top of Rex. Yeah, I remember how to play this game. Not kind of, a little, sort of. But then he's gonna... Thanks, Anaconda.
Snake, I did it!
Good job.
You got past security?
Bingo!
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
Oh my fucking god, why did you call me?
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon.
Oh?
Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
The scariest thing is that it kills
Stealth
people.
Weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
This would be a great tie-in for, like, Peace Walker. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it have been so cool if they developed, like, a prototype of this weapon in Peace Walker, and then Coldman was like, I'm going to use this weapon. But then that would kind of defeat the point, because, like, it wouldn't have been detected on radar, and then Peace Walker wouldn't have activated, and, like, the whole fail deadly system would have kind of been thrown out the window. But I don't know, it would have been kind of cool. It's just me.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
Yeah, we learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
Yeah, dude, it's
This could
crazy.
mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
Colonel's like, what? Ah, I never knew that. Oh, whoa, this is crazy.
Signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international
Yeah, are
incident.
you excited, Ezra? It's going to be really cool to have that.
The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I did kind of freak out when I saw that.
You changed, Colonel.
I really didn't want to. I knew I shouldn't because, you know, it's the Master Collection and Konami sucks, but...
It's never actually been tested, only simulated.
So now they're actually going to launch it because they're, you know, crazy.
That's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
I don't even know why they would even
Looks
put it
like
on the
went
Switch
better than
one.
they
That's kind of
hoped
stupid.
for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network.
Yeah, because it's in my...
The data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
Yeah, because it's in my pocket.
President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? Do you still have it?
No, Ocelot took it from me.
The terrorists have replaced.
Yeah, I'm excited for MGS4. I'm excited for Master Collection 2. I hope they do Metal Gear Online. I hope the ports are good. I hope it's everything that this... I can run that shit on a PC. What? Excuse you. I have a PC that can run MGS4 on an emulator. I mean, not to hate on people that don't, but like, it's doable. It would be kind of cool to see twin snakes. That would be kind of dope. I don't know. I feel like at some point they're gonna have. This is kind of like I don't know. Why wouldn't they be doing MGO2? If they don't do MGO2, there's no fucking point. You know? Like, is this confirmed? Do you know for a fact they're not doing that, or just they haven't announced it yet? Because they just haven't. To my knowledge, they just haven't said anything. But I've not seen any leaks or anything like that. The Peace Walker co-op is what I really want to do. If there's no MGO2, what's the fucking point of playing MGS4? Like, yeah, if you haven't played it before, then that's the reason why, but then it's a standalone game, and MGO2 was like a big part of that. MGO2 was like such a big fucking deal for Metal Gear. I wasn't around to enjoy it, but I mean, yeah, Steel can tell you right now that it was one of, if not the greatest online experience in Metal Gear history. And it was all the way back in 2009. I've never played MGO2, so I don't know. I'll be honest, I'm not really in love with the controls of MGS4. Like, the feel of it just feels kind of clunky to me. But I don't know if that's just because I'm inexperienced. I don't know if that's because of the controller that I have. I used to play it on an Xbox controller. I really want to get an authentic experience with MGS4. I really want to play it as, like, close to the way Gojima intended in order to see whether or not I actually like or don't like it. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not for everyone, and I'm not even saying that it's for me. I've heard very good things about it. It could not be for me. It's very possible. But I, for one, am trying to withhold judgment on something I don't know about. Um, Lags like garbage, you don't like it, but the game is cool, would be. And I'm saying, like, if they, and yeah, that's up to you, you know. Like, I'm not gonna say that your opinion there is invalid, because I'm sure that you have good reason for believing believing that. Um, I can't speak to it. I know Steele really liked it. I know Steele had a good time with it. Um, and this is what I'm saying is, like, even if I did play it on an emulator on my PC, I'd still I don't really want to play it on an emulator on my PC. I didn't really want to play 4 on an emulator at all, because I was like, I know that I'm going to lose out on the experience. Like, there are still glitches and very obvious problems with the emulated version of 4 on my PC. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And I really would have liked to play it like on a PS3 or like in this Master Collection, if it's a good port, in order to actually know if it was something that I liked. You know, I did also try out the HD textures for the high resolution for MGS1. It honestly looks really great. I will say I don't play with it because I don't like it. Like, I want it to look like the original game. I want to get an authentic experience as much as I can. I do that with, like, every game. But that's why I'm not doing it here. But I did, if you scrub back in the stream a little bit towards the beginning, I did show off the high res stuff, and it looked actually quite nice. Also, why I don't play in 16 by 9, because 16 by 9 looks like shit. I mean, it doesn't really, but they know if they fuck this up, it will crash down on. The I think Delta is kind of weird, because for people, and I don't know how much you have played the games. I don't want to assume anything, but I know, people like Steel, people like myself, we weren't really fans of Delta just because it was nice, but it just was kind of hollow, in my opinion. It just kind of felt like a brand new coat of paint. And, it's not It's not fun, but it's not nearly as good as it could have been, I think, and I know that Steel probably thinks the same way. And yeah, Master Collection Volume 1 was a disaster on launch, and the high resolution textures and all that should have been there on launch, and it just wasn't. So, they completely screwed people over in that regard. And the Master Collection Volume 2, I pray to God, is actually good, but I'm still nervous about that because what happens if MGS4 on the Master Collection Volume 2 is just an emulation? People could still see serious lag and serious problems if it's just an emulated version of 4. And this is why it's been so weird to see this discourse about 4 and getting it on PC is how the hell did they do that without bricking the entire game? I'd love to think that they did. I'd love to think that it can run natively on a PC at 4K 60 FPS, but you are working with 10-year-old technology. The fucking PS3 is 20, and the game itself is over 10 years old. The game itself is 15, right? Something like that. So you're working with some pretty dated technology. The Switch couldn't handle emulation for PS3, so they must have ported it. Same for Switch 2. Yeah, I mean, and that's the idea. That's the hope. And you are most likely right. Yeah, the Series S would, yeah, and that's what I'm saying, is that if they emulated it, it would be a complete disaster. It would be arguably worse than the first Master Collection. And you're like, oh, but they wouldn't do that because it would run so badly. But wouldn't they? Look what they did with Master Collection 1. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just, I don't, not to sound pretentious, but I'm just asking questions. Anyway, I'm going to get back to this. I am excited for Master Collection Volume 2, but I do have qualms about it. I'm not completely sold on it. And I think that there needs to be, I need to see some proof that it's going to be suited to what I want.
Must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
He's looking through the files? Crazy. You guys think Liquid Snake is in the Epstein file? I'm kidding. We're not going to talk about that right now. Okay, where is this guy, this enemy that I have to deal with? You said there's 2 people up here. Stupid rattly ass floors. Oh, wait a minute. Should I... No. So he's over there. Is he gonna stop? I'm just blind firing, dude. I have enough bullets. Shit. What? Where is this motherfucker? How am I not hitting him? Oh my god. Are we dead ass? I should have hit him like 30 times, swear to god. I just wasted all of my bullets doing that. That's awesome. Whatever, man. Can I just bypass this fucking clown? Oh shit, he's right there, isn't he? What? Sheesh. That could have been really bad if that guy had seen me. Shit.
Snake,
Did you find it?
no. I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
Man, we don't
He's
care.
just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Well, that's part of it. Arms tech.
Let's see here. Yeah, Delta and Silent Hill 2 were commercially successful, and I can't speak for everyone. My opinion is mine, that I was not all that jazzed about it. It was fun, but it wasn't the greatest thing ever. It wasn't awesome. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to lie and say that, oh, they're gonna fuck it up. But all I'm trying to say is there at the end of the day, the Master Collection is kind of a cash grab. Like let's just put that out there. I think that's something that we can all kind of understand and agree on, is that the Master Collection is nice because yeah, you all your Metal Gear games in one collection basically. That's great. But why do you think they're doing that? Because they know that Metal Gear is still massively popular. They still know that people want shit for this series. And they're like, okay, Kojima's gone because we fired him. And that's been water under the bridge for 10 years now. We have this property. It's sitting here. It's not making us money. So let's find a way to make it profitable. And that's what the Master Collection is. And they're not going to work their ass off to make something. They're not going to work their ass off to do some kind of. I mean, I feel like other companies would, but Konami, just given their track record, they're going to be lazy about it. They were lazy about the first Master Collection, and as excited as I am for the second one, I'm still sitting here like I'll believe it when I see it. That's how I feel about basically everything. Is I will believe the hype and I will give in to the hype when I see it. If it's shit, then it's shit. And if it's shit, then Konami is most likely going to be in a very, very bad spot financially and from a PR standpoint, because people, if there's no Metal Gear Online 2, and if the ports of the game, if they are ports, if the ports suck and there's no MGO2, the community riots. If there's no MGO2 and it's emulated, the community riots, and the community will burn Konami to the ground. If it's MGO2 and a good port, everything's fine. If it's a good port, no MGO2, people are going to riot. If there's just so many different ways that they could do this. And I am erring on the side of they're going to be lazy and try
I
to,
know they lost their bid to make the next generation
they're going to try to make money by reducing costs on the production side. I mean, yeah, like there was, but what I'm saying is that hasn't been confirmed yet. There's 6 months until this releases. It's not inconceivable that they could be like, surprise, make a free-to-play MGO3 that fit. Well, I mean, they're not going to, dude, Konami's not going to make anything free-to-play. Let's be so for real. Number one, that's the first problem with that statement. They're not going to make anything free-to-play. And, I mean, they already tried to make their own MGO. They tried to make Fox Hunt. And if you have Delta, if you log into Fox Hunt, you try to find a game, you're not going to find one. No one's played it. It's dead. It's gone. I tried to play it 2 days ago. Nothing. It's completely flatlined. I don't think there's a single person playing Fox Hunt. And I think, if anything, I don't know what the large, I mean, okay, and this is the thing, is that by and large, the reception of Delta was positive, but the lukewarm reception and the failure of Fox Hunt, because that thing completely just, I feel almost a little bad because of how much they pushed, like, this is going to be so cool, this is going to be so awesome. That's because Fox Hunt lacked different things to do in gameplay loop. And this is the thing, is that yeah, when you look at MGO3, I mean, I have a friend who really, really liked Fox Hunt. I had a friend that thought Fox Hunt was awesome. And I was like, sure, it's fun. It's not something I'd love to do all the time, but it was fun. And would I have liked to see it go places? For sure. But it didn't. And that's unfortunate. But it was also kind of, what else are you supposed to do? So it was better than MGO2. I mean, again, I can't speak to if MGO2 was good. I don't know. I know that you didn't like it, and I haven't played it to know. I've heard good things about it, and you're probably going to catch a lot of flack for saying that. But I mean, if that's what you think, then that's what you think, and I wouldn't back down on that if you really didn't like it.
And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
But MGO3, I think I didn't really like because, I mean, it wasn't not fun, but first of all, when I played it, it was pretty much dead, and
Baker was a big...
when I played it, it was pretty much dead, and it was just really sweaty. It was dead. Everybody who played it was really sweaty, and it was clunky. It did not play like MGS5. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to. I can understand where you come from because I had a similar experience with MGO3 because I get into that game and I'm getting dinked left and right. I'm like, this is just not fun, bro. And I hate to say it, if they do re-release MGO2, it is probably you're probably going to run into the same issue because a lot of MGO2 people are probably going to get, they're going to get into that. The people that are playing it right now, the people that are like cracked, they're going to get into it now, or if they do re-release it, they're going to get into it again, and they're instantly going to shoot to the top of the leaderboards and stuff like that. And I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll release balance patches. I'm not sure. Yeah, I thought MGO3 was pretty approachable, but I don't know. It was clunky, and when I compared it to even something like FOBs, I really like FOBs because it just played smooth, it played great. It was the exact same as a single player because it was tied to the single player. And when I played MGO3, I was like, okay, completely different progression, completely different maps, everything's new. Not necessarily a bad thing, but there was that learning gap. There was that learning, I don't know what it's called, but you know what I mean. There was that obstacle in the way, and then the movement, the controls were just awkward. They just did not feel good, and I really didn't like that. And I do think that, again, all I've heard about MGO2 is that it's really fucking good and everybody loves it. And I'm starting to get an itch to play it, but I don't really want to on my PC just because I don't want to be, like, the idea of players coming to be an obstacle in your single player experience. Yeah, like the way that FOBs tied into the single player was really great. And I think that it was just such a smooth, like, sometimes it could be annoying because, like, all you're trying to do is play a mission and then somebody's, like, blowing your shit up. But,
Proponent of the nuclear deterrent
God, I really need to, like, lock the fuck in and actually play the game.
What about the
I have all night,
Just give me
technically.
a little bit longer.
I do have all night to finish this game, but I don't want to take all night. I think what I'll do, if I can finish this with some time to... So, let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Liquid and Ocelot are just showing in there, doing whatever gay stuff they do. Cool camera angle. Hey look, it's that thing from Death Stranding. Did you know that Kojima stole from his own game to put this in Death Stranding? Yeah, I think, yeah, Liquid's just piecing around in there. Steel said there were 2 guards up here, but I don't know where the second one is. I'm just gonna fucking trigger the cutscene, man. I don't care anymore.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
Since I played MGS4 on PS3, my worst issue was constant dips into 20 FPS when nothing was even happening. That's really interesting. I mean, I wonder if... I don't know. I mean, did you get like a fresh, completely... Did you get the game new? Did you get it used? Like, maybe there were issues with your PS3. I mean, that sounds pretty fucking shitty. I don't remember. You'd probably want to look this up. I don't know what the PS3 runs at, if it's 30 or 60. I think... I want to say it's 60. I think it's 60. I'm pretty sure it's 60. I mean, it was 2009. I think 60 FPS was kind of the standard at that point.
There's been a change. The new target is Lochner, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid. But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
Dun dun.
Test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will...
It's brand new on disc, and it's normal. It went from 60 to 30 to 20. But then think again, it was normally 30 because that was the rise of HD.
Worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between...
Yeah, that is odd. I mean, if it's at all... and I'm assuming that the way that you played MGO2 was on PC, right? With RPCS3, is that correct? Because the servers for MGO2 on PS3 don't exist anymore. I think they shut those down, unless I'm wrong and there is a way to play it on PS3.
Leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us.
Private
Washington
servers,
won't be very happy when we...
I don't suppose private servers could have any impact on, I don't suppose private servers could have any impact on the performance of the game.
Start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the president will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion? You're fucking crazy.
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox-Die vaccine in our demands.
Fox-Die.
Wonder what reference a remake would have since everything is just digital. I think they're keeping the references in there. I heard, unverified from one person, that all of the references would remain the same, but...
It killed Octopus and the Armstech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood.
They spelled adrenaline wrong.
Or maybe it's just because this Fox die was still experimental, and they haven't worked out all the bugs.
Oh, like a remake of MGS4.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
That would be interesting to figure out.
Very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military
Then again, I would not
they need to
trust Konami
reinforce
to
their nuclear
remake this
armor.
shit.
They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Galukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
Well, he's the one who gave us the Hind, and most of our
This is a PS3, no need to swap, yeah.
firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the Genome Soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
This Metal Gear is so
We're not going
badass.
anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made.
I love
and
the
we're
idea
about
of
to
like
ally
the
with
stealth nuclear
Galukovich's
weapon. I think that's super
You're
fucking
going
cool.
to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads.
Yeah, but they're all
Once we
dismantled.
get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
What about your promise to Colonel Galukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
It's so weird. I mean, if you...
But Boss,
So, okay, MGS5 isn't canon, but Eli fucking hated Venom. Why would he want to emulate Outer Heaven? That doesn't make any sense. But what do I know?
you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is entered again, it'll be deactivated.
Lies.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the ArmsTech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
I think that's the game. I'm hearing like a metal clinking sound. I think that's the game.
She's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Epic!
Great job.
It only took you a whole cutscene.
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see the override system that the president was talking about? It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Like that.
Once, huh?
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
You get a
But it
timer
takes
here?
3 keys, right? I've only got one of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy.
Yes, it's a material that changes shape at different
Look.
temperatures. The key is made out of it.
Have you guys heard of the solid snake method of conversation, where you just repeat the last thing that somebody said to keep them talking? It's actually kind of genius. I've been wanting to try it. I feel like that would be a good way to get people to talk about them. So, like if you're on a date with somebody, and like I tend to talk a lot, and I feel bad if I don't let someone else have a turn in the conversation. So I would love to do that, where I just constantly repeat the last thing they said.
This card key?
Yeah, the card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in one. Clever.
I think what I want to do is I want to
You
like,
see the
yeah, that'll be fun. I think what I want to do is I want to like try to get as familiar with MGS4 as I can. Because again, and Steel, I mentioned this already, but I'll tell you, and Ezra, to your point, I do feel that the controls of 4, just something about them, something about the movement is just kind of awkward to me. Something about the way it moves. Like, some things actually look and feel really nice. Like the rolling, I think is great. I think that's awesome. I think the CQC is not too bad. Um, I don't know. There are just certain things that kind of feel jarring when it comes to the movement. And I didn't play the game for probably nearly as long enough as I needed to in order to actually get a feel for everything. So it could just be that I was just not familiar and didn't play enough with it. But yeah, I really want to get a vibe and a feeling for that. Um, and I don't know. I mean, I got 6 months. I can, really good at really good at MGS4 in the base game. Then I think that, oh, do not diss MGO1 in front of Steel. Oh God. Ooh, dude, Steel, are you gonna take this? He's been dissing MGO2, he's been dissing MGO1. Dang. I'm kidding. I'm not I'm not trying to instigate, I promise. But yeah, I mean, and do not diss MGO. Don't diss Metal Gear in front of Steel. He's gonna take that personally no matter what. But but yeah, I didn't love MGO3. I feel sort of weird about the controls of MGS4, and I'm not sure how I feel about how that would feel in a competitive situation. And I also and MGS3, for all of its, for all the good things about it, is still pretty dated. Not having a um I mean, the third person camera, but like not being able to aim, like having the third person camera be fixed, not having an over the shoulder kind of aiming thing, you know what I mean? That is a major drawback, at least for my modern sensibilities. MGO2 is good, but you prefer the first one. The whole Metal Gear community shoots me in the, I mean. Yeah, and this is the thing. This is the biggest piece of advice that I think I would give to anyone who's playing Metal Gear, new players, people that have been playing for a while. I can't really give this advice to veterans because it doesn't really make sense if you've been playing from the beginning. Um, I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong, and neither is Steele. You are more than welcome and more than allowed to voice your opinion. All we're saying is that in general, yeah, people will get pretty protective. So I don't disagree that it is hard to have unpopular opinions. But the biggest piece of advice that I think you can give someone in this series is to, like, ironically, have your expectations be on the floor. I went into the first time I played Metal Gear Solid, my expectations were complete bottom of the barrel. And I was like, I played it and I was like, my God. I was like, holy shit, this is so advanced for I didn't know what to expect. I had no expectations going into it. And I was like, my God, this is incredible. And it just kept going with each and every game I played. I was like, oh my God, it just keeps getting better. It really did. Um, and this is the thing. This is why I think people really do need to start from the beginning. Ezra, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you start playing with 5 or did you start playing with 1 or the original Metal Gear from 87? I'm assuming you started with 5, just considering the fact that you liked MGO3 so much. This is the thing, is the Metal Gear is one of the only series in the world where I'd say you should start with the old ass game from 1998 or from 1987. That's the thing, is yeah, Steele, you're right. I would never recommend someone to start with 5. If you did, it's fine, but I hate to say it, it does kind of impact your ability, I would say, especially if you're younger like me, if you're more used to modern games in the first place, if you're more used to the modern commodities of gaming, it will kind of affect your ability to, I guess, it will affect your ability to immerse yourself in the older games. I'm really not trying to hate. I'm not. Please don't misunderstand me and think that I'm telling you did it wrong because you started with 5. 5 is, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's a perfectly, you played Peace Walker fully first, but I was young and played MGO and MGS5. Yeah, and see, that makes perfect sense. You know? Like, again, like I'm saying, I wouldn't recommend to do that, but lots of people have done that. Lots of people have done that. I would still recommend finishing the MGS1. I think that this game is excellent. I think it is one of, if not the greatest games ever made. But that's just me. And like I said, since I started with the older games, my mindset in terms of the gameplay went from being, 1998 to 2001 to 2004 and it keeps going and it keeps going. And every subsequent game had more and more and more improvements over the last. And I hope you understand what I'm saying about how if you start with the modern titles, it can impede your ability to sort of get fully engrossed in the older games because, again, like I'm saying, it's much smoother, it's much more suited to your, it's more intuitive, I would say. It's more intuitive and it's newer. That's just it. It's newer and it's designed to, and again, like I'm saying, I'm not trying to say that you did it wrong. The fact that you got into Metal Gear in the first place is great because I still feel like the series does not get the recognition that it should. I really think that there's so many people that have like, oh, I've heard of it, but I've never played it. Or there's people that have like, I've never heard of this. I never heard of it. Like anyone who started with Delta is cooked. 100%. Because that game, like the only redeeming quality of that game is the fact that it is just MGS3 in terms of the story. But yeah, anyone who started with Delta is so fucked. Yeah, Steele's gonna have a great time on Ghost Babel. I mean, as much as I sound like a old head and like, oh, you should play the old games, that kind of thing, I'm really not. I didn't play the first 2 Metal Gear games, which I know Steele's gonna hate me saying. And I didn't play Ghost Babel. I didn't play a lot of games in this series, and never played Acid. The only reason you played him is because your dad kept annoying me about it. I mean, yeah, and the fact that you got into it is still great.
I see them.
What was the point of doing the scope thing there?
There should be a symbol on each
One of these days, I should just do a stream where I play gameplay in the background and I'm able to just yammer over it, because I feel like that would be fun. Kind of like a Q&A, but more of just like a discussion, I suppose. Because as much as I love talking to people, I also have to focus on one thing at a time, and it's been like an hour already, and I've made like next to no progress. I haven't had to restart a million times. That's nice. Yeah, Metal Gear on the NES is some elite ball knowledge.
Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
If you started with Metal Gear on the
First,
NES,
I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right.
They just
All
don't
you do
work?
Is insert the card keys.
How do you mean?
After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. If you diss the classic Metal Gear games, oh boy, oh man, if you do that in the same room, if you say that and Steele's in the room, oh brother.
But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake. Who's that?
The world is riding on that key, Snake. Come on, bro.
The He fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake!
Dude,
This
the
is
sound of it falling, is that just someone in the microphone going, is that what I hear?
Bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching
There was a door
you
right
die.
there. And that's what I said. That's my main point that I'm trying to say is, again, it's no shame to play the game that you find the most interesting. I mean, here's the thing. It's hard for me to look at someone and say, like, actually, let me say this. When I got into Metal Gear, I really wanted to play MGS5. I really wanted to play MGS5. When I played 4, when I play Peace Walker even, it's hard for me to really get invested in those. It was hard for me to get invested in those, I should say, because I wanted to get to 5 so bad. Because I knew how big of a game 5 was, and the graphics looked great. It just looked phenomenal. It looked so fucking cool. But ironically, now that I'm older and I've played all of the games and I've played 5 to an unhealthy degree, I still love that game. Sort of. It's not my favorite game ever, but I still have a lot of love for it. But I realize now just how great the classics are. And you wanted to get FOB so bad. Get it? Yeah. It was the initial high of getting into FOBs, like when you know nothing about it, is so cool. But yeah, I mean, and this is the thing, is that there's nothing wrong. I would so much rather someone play the game that interests them rather than the game that I tell them to play. If someone came up to me and was like, "Hey, I picked up this copy of MGS3 and it looks really interesting and I want to play it," I would be like, it is kind of a difference in like how they approach it, because if they're like, oh, if they've already made up their mind and they're like, I'm going to start with this game because it looks the most interesting, at that point you can't really be like, no, don't do that, because then you're kind of being a dick about it. But if someone comes up to me and they're like, hey, so Metal Gear looks really cool, I want to get the full experience, I want to understand things as best I can, where should I start? My number one answer would be either Metal Gear from 87 or Metal Gear Solid. And I personally would just say Metal Gear Solid because I haven't played Metal Gear 87, and I really don't think I'm ever going to bring myself to play that game. I'm sorry. I just don't think I can. I don't think I can play those two. They're just... I don't like to complain about Metal Gear being dated because I know... I know that it would be like a... What am I trying to say? I don't really want to play those because, even having played Metal Gear Solid is such a massive improvement over those games that it would probably ruin my ability to get immersed in them. Part of the reason that I got so into Metal Gear Solid, this game, Survive is the only one you never purchased nor played. Yeah, well, I mean, there was no Kojima attached to that in any way, shape, or form, basically, so by choice, too. I don't... I mean, and again, you start wherever you want, but if you're asking me, I'm telling you what I know is the best place to start. I'm telling you from my experience, you start with Metal Gear Solid. And I think that most people would agree with that. I know, Steel, I know how much you love the old Metal Gears. I know how much you love 1, 2, Snake's Revenge, or Metal Gear 2, and Snake's Revenge. I know how much you love those, but I mean, if I had started with them, maybe I would have had a better time with it. Maybe I would have an even greater appreciation for Metal Gear Solid. I don't know. Maybe I would be in the same position as you, and I'd be like, oh my God, those games are so great and I want to go back and do all, maybe I should have just played the games the way Steel played them. Maybe I should have somehow gone forward in time and told future Steel, no, I should have gone back in time and told Steel to contact me back when I was getting into Metal Gear and tell me to play the games exactly the way he played them. Although Metal Gear for the NES, there wasn't really a good way to play that other than emulation, which I don't know that Steel would. I know that you're probably not well versed on that. Point is, ooh, Portable Ops is garbage, no room for argument. Oh boy. With Steel Kratos in the room, there's always room for argument when it comes to Metal Gear. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you look me in my eyes and tell me that Calling to the Night is a bad song, I will ban you. Not really. I wouldn't do that. But I would be very upset. Did you play Portable Ops? Peace Walker is 1,000 times better. I never played Portable Ops because I didn't think it was canon. And then Steel said, I mean, it's kind of not, but you should still probably fucking play it.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
I guess what it really just comes down to for all of us is we all started in different places, and so we all have different... Oh, fuck. I'm so stupid. Took all that damage and I shouldn't have. Oh, you can do... Portable Ops is confusing and plays badly. I think I would agree that it doesn't really add a whole lot to the story, at least not from what I could tell. I know there's a bit in 5 where Ocelot talks about killing the CIA director, which was a plot point in Portable Ops. I don't know how much bearing that has on the rest of the story. I'm really not sure. Again, I didn't really play Portable Ops, so... Every place in Portable Ops feels like a Call of Duty multiplayer map? Is that what you said? Can I get down the fucking... I didn't kill that guy. Okay, I didn't take a whole lot of damage. I'm gonna have to backtrack so I can find rations anyway. So that's not really a big deal. I'm gonna let you guys fight that out in the comments. I'll be honest. I gotta lock in here. Shit, how do I get down? I ran past the ledge. Fuck. I gotta lock in, immediately forgets where to go. If they could somehow get this game out of a 4:3 aspect ratio and make it not look stretched and stupid in 16:9, it would be so incredible. Me personally. Could I have gone down? Wait, let me try something. And I'm telling you, man, Ezra, if you really want to get back into the old Metal Gear games, you've come to the right fucking place. Because I would encourage you to do those. Steel would encourage you to do those. However you want to do them, on whatever platform you want to go on. We could give you all kinds of advice. You can't go down that ladder, can you? Nope. Shit. There isn't hanging in this game. That would have been a really great place to have some kind of hanging mechanic where you hang over the side of that ring. Steel and I are going to say the exact same thing after that. So you want a remake of MGS1. So, okay, there's this game called The Twin Snakes. I missed it again. I'm so stupid. Oh my. there's this game called The Twin Snakes. You don't want to play Portable Ops on PSP. Well, I mean, yeah, because it is locked to the PSP, isn't it? Like, there isn't, like, anything... It's not on the PS3, right? It wasn't, like, ported onto the PS3 like Peace Walker was, I don't think. And I'm going to tell you right now, I would so much rather play The Twin Snakes than any kind of... If Konami did come out with an MGS1 remake, I think I would genuinely rather... I would do something crazy rather than play oh yeah, this area is stupid because it's like poisonous. Where did it fall again? I can use the thermals. Can I? Yeah. Those are bullets. Those are also bullets. I'm not losing a ton of health. That's a ration. Let's see how much that refills my health. Okay, so I'm maxed there. Can you, fire. I don't know if this body armor helps me reduce the damage that I take here, but where's the damn card? Am I tweaking? Can I? Dude, am I dumb? Yeah, I personally am terrified about Konami coming anywhere near this game. I really would rather, like, tear my hair out than play a single second of a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake from Konami with no... From Konami in 2026 or 2027 or something like that. I would not want to do that at all. Because this is one of the greatest games ever fucking made. And no, it's not perfect. Yes, it's from 1998. Oh, there's a bomb! Fuck you, Ocelot. I mean, originally the end of 5 was meant to tie directly into the original Metal Gear from whenever it was, 87. It was meant to tie directly into that game. So, probably there would have been, had a certain corporation not given the finger to... Where is this PAL key? I'm running around like a fucking moron in this sludge. Where is it? Am I dumb? Does it not show up on your thermals? There's a rat right there. Oh wait, don't the rats follow? Don't the rats show you where it is? Or am I crazy? I think I might... Can you go down? I thought I saw it over here. Like, I went into first person, I'm like, oh, is that it? And it's just not. Because it is in the water. Maybe it just doesn't show up on thermals? No, that's a ration. Yeah. I can't imagine I'm not looking in the right place. Like, where the fuck else am I gonna look? That's a ration. Okay, yeah, you keep giving me rations that I don't need. I mean, I do kind of need them. It's just nice to top off my health after running around with this bullshit. Does it not show up on thermals? Am I crazy? I feel like it should. Watch as I already have it. Watch as I already picked it up and I just didn't check my inventory. Nope, I definitely don't. What? Steel, help me. I'm losing my shit over here. That's a ration. Yeah, that's definitely a ration. I'm starting to think it just doesn't show up on thermals and you just have to wait around until you find it. Is there a trick to this? I don't remember. I'm gonna call Colonel.
Find that key. It fell somewhere in that drainage ditch.
Oh, mine detector.
Use your mine detector.
Fire.
Mine detector?
Yes, the mine detector works just like a metal detector. The position of the card key should show up on your radar screen.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. I hear ya. So it's like, oh, because of rat. Wait a minute. Yeah, see, it did have something to do with the rat, didn't it? Don't you have to, like... Am I crazy? I thought it... I did... I fooled myself a little bit. Yeah, I got the mine detector. Calm down, homeboy. I'm following your instructions here, Chief. How do you have to kill the rat, right? Do you have to shoot it? I can't get up there. So I don't think it... Oh, it's in the... Oh, I see. So it's running around in the ditch. Now it's in the water. So I just like... Nope. And the big 26, they're making a Castlevania game. That's interesting. Ah. Speaking of mines. Go south. Yep. Wait, stop. Don't move. Oh, that really hurt. I'm really not proud of that. Hey guys, should I reload? That was a lot of damage that I did not want to take. Still at like half health. This sucks. Oh, you're off? Well, I will see you later, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Should be going for a bit longer. I'm not sure how long, but it'll be a little while, so. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, bro. I really do. It's just me and a lot of other people are really not confident in Konami's ability to do Metal Gear justice. Again, yeah, Delta was fun, but it's not nearly as good as it could have been. And, you know, I've always been of the opinion that I think that the biggest and best thing that Konami could do for Metal Gear is to just leave it alone. I've always thought they need to just make a master collection and then stop messing with things, because the more they try to remake, the more they try to alter things. There's only two real outcomes that happen after that point. Is either Konami makes a shit ton of money, they do a remake well, either they do a remake really, really well, and it goes great, or this is such a dumb idea. Either they do the remake really, really well, and everything's hunky-dory, and they make a ton of money on something, or you have a situation like Delta, where it's fine, but it's just kind of mediocre, and I would agree. Yes. I'm saved. What a guy. Dropping me a ration like that. Is there another one around here? There is, isn't there? Is there one here? Fuck. Darn it. I don't know that they would make an MGS6. It would be kind of cool, but again, me and a lot of the veterans of the series were just like not interested in what Konami's vision for Metal Gear is, because it just seems that every time they touch the game, every time they touch the series, something is not up to... Not even that, they just can't match how good the original games are. That's really what it comes down to. They just cannot match Kojima. And I'm not a Kojima glazer, and anybody who's stuck around my channel and heard me yammer about stuff would know that. I have issues with him and issues with his writing and how he designs things, and
Okay. That takes care of PAL code.
I am no major fan of
Now
his.
PAL number 2. Freeze the key.
But I will say his games, however they were made, however they came about, they are masterpieces. Even MGS5, the game that I dislike the most out of the series, is still so good in so many ways. And I think that in the age of gaming that we're in, ironically, MGS5 is even more, I guess, relevant than before, because it seems like Kojima is one of the only people in the world whose worst game could still be better than 90% of the games on the market. You know what I mean? They weren't trying with Survive. I mean, yeah, they weren't trying with Survive, but I don't know that I would say they were trying with Delta either. Maybe that's controversial, maybe that's kind of a hot take, but I don't think they were really trying with Delta either. I think that Delta was fun, but I think Delta is an objectively worse experience than MGS3. And due to that fact, that is why I'm really not a fan of Konami trying to do things with Metal Gear and trying to alter the game. As much fun as I had with Delta, I still couldn't bring myself to say that it was so good and it was the perfect experience, and that it wasn't, man. I hate to say it, at least from my perspective. It was fun, but again, I would say objectively worse than the original. And as more chaff around here. As much as I would like to give Konami the benefit of the doubt and say, oh, how was Delta worse? Because the movement was clunky. It ran like shit. The overall experience was just worse. I think the movement and the mechanics, there were nice things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Delta was like complete garbage. It definitely wasn't. It was great. It was fun. It was enjoyable. But it's not better than MGS3. And from what I saw of Delta, it truly just didn't have the charm of the original. It didn't have the soul of the original. And I would almost argue that no remake ever has that. I think when you remake a game, you just objectively, you don't necessarily make it worse. You don't always make it worse. But you rarely make it better. That's my opinion. And that's really what I saw with Delta. It ran like shit. Yeah, you'll give me no, but it wasn't just the movement. It wasn't just the I hear what you're saying, and you are correct to a degree, but it is more than it is more the movement in Delta was, if you take the third person aiming, if you take the over the shoulder aiming, the way that things transitioned, the transition between movements, it was just not done well. You can't sprint. Yeah, you can't sprint in the original game, but your movement speed is a fucking snail. You move so slow. And Fox Hunt, in my opinion, to just like how you thought that my thoughts on Delta and Fox Hunt are the exact same as you with MGS4. I think that the reason Delta sucked and the reason why Fox Hunt failed is because it was not smooth and it was not intuitive and it was not, it just didn't work well. And just how you said that the movement of 4 was weird and clunky and it didn't work well in a competitive setting, I would argue the same for Delta and Fox Hunt. Resident Evil 4 remake was awesome. Yeah, and again, this is the thing. I'm not trying to say that all remakes are bad. I don't even believe that myself. However, it is very, very, very difficult for a remake to improve on a previous title. And Metal Gear is one of the best examples of that.
Palcode number 2 confirmed. Awaiting Palcode number 3.
Okay, there goes pal code number 2. Next comes pal number 3.
I have not gone to this section of the game in so long. Yeah, and all I'm trying to say about Delta is yeah, I don't think that it carried over well to a competitive game. I don't think that it translated well. And I also don't think that I think by and large, the original form of a game is what you should try your best to experience. And I'm not saying I'm saying you should try But yeah, it's easier with some games and harder with others, and I don't want to make anyone feel like, one of the things that I hate the most is gatekeeping, where someone's like, oh, you're not a real fan because you didn't do this, this, and this. I would never want anyone to feel like that, especially with Metal Gear. There was MGS4, not that. Well, see, I don't really think that's a fair. Because now I feel like you're kind of moving the goalposts here in a sense. You're saying, oh, well, if it was a different game, it would have been better. I don't. I'm not trying to, again, I hope I don't, come across as pretentious. I really don't mean to, and I don't want to. And I appreciate the disagreement that we're having. Honestly, I do, because I think that, if everybody thought the same thing, if they could bring back Fox, bringing back Fox Engine would be kind of sick. Regardless of my feelings on ground on 5 as a game, regardless of my, oh shit, there's people in this area. Fuck. Why did they do that? They just had to make it that much more difficult. Okay, well, whatever. Whatever, man. That was a complete joke. I'm running low on... What am I running low on? I feel like I'm running low on something. Now YouTube is feeding me. Are you saying you were playing MGS1? Delta, you move too slowly, aim slowly, and everything is too slow for a game where you need to steal something. MGO, you aren't only... Nice, awesome. You having fun with it? This is the first Metal Gear Solid game I played. The first Metal Gear game I played was Rising, actually. But I kind of feel like that doesn't really matter because Rising was such a different game. It was a complete different game, complete different genre. Yes, it had connections to the original canon, but this was the first Metal Gear Solid game that I played, and my God, it is one of my favorite things ever. You don't really need to be fast for MGO. Well, I'm not sure about that.
It's about Naomi Hunter. Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it. Turn your monitor off. Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead. Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
This is where he just spouts bullshit and rage baits us.
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon. Yeah? He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon. An assassination weapon? Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye? No. Fox Dye. Liquid and the others were talking about it. Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but... What are you trying to say?
MGS1 is actually quite hard.
Too similar. What is? The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack? Yeah. Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack. No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it? Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you...
Like how people say Volume 2 only ports and is not a remaster. I don't know that I would agree with that. That a remaster and the way I see it, a port is you're taking one thing in its original form and you are putting it onto another platform with little to no improvements at all. A remaster can be like you take something in its original form and put it on a new platform with minor to major improvements. I feel like there's kind of a spectrum for a remake or for a remaster, I mean, because a remaster can be, okay, we like I don't like what they did with this, but if anyone knows Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, that you could call a remaster, but it's barely a remaster because all they did was add like a language. They added certain language support that wasn't in the first game, in the original, and then they added some new cutscenes, and that was basically it. That you could consider a remaster. I always like to think of a remaster as like a facelift, and a port as usually like a you're bringing it. Although, you know what, maybe you are right. I think I misunderstood. I thought you were comparing a port to a remake. Those are two different things. And I think that's probably not in the question here. But you are right. Yeah, like a port is usually like you're bringing something over with nothing done to it, and a remaster is like, okay, we're tweaking it, we're adding certain HD textures, that kind of thing. So the Master Collection, by definition, I would say, is a remaster. But I think that where people would mention a port is that I think a port is more. It can mean a version of the game, but I think more often than not, a port is usually meant to describe the process of taking the original game and porting, ing, you're moving it from one thing to another, and basically that's all you're doing. Porting is usually like you take something and you move it to something else, and you just make it work on the second console or platform or whatever. And a remaster it can mean the same thing essentially, but with minor improvements. And and there are games out there that they call a remaster that are like completely different, but they're called remasters just because sometimes it is kind of a transient definition. It's not really set in stone. But I would say porting is usually just like, yeah, you're right, just like ripping that shit out of its original form and putting it into something else and not changing basically anything. And a remaster is sort of like you're doing that, but you're also adding certain
kind of
things to it.
injection.
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Way worse on the
I'll
PS2.
ask him myself.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
What's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
Crazy.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find it.
Hold on, I need to Google that really quick. Okay, so it's just used to sedate people, apparently. Oh, also famously used in lethal injections. Fair enough.
Out anything.
So it's true, isn't it?
I guess in a high enough dose, anything can be.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
That means
I can see someone arguing with me saying PS4 can handle PS3 emulation because there's a God of War port to PS4, and he thinks it's emulation. Yeah, emulation is not porting. Emulation and porting are not the same thing, because porting means you're taking one game from like the PS3 and you're reformatting it on a technical level. You're going into the guts of the game and I don't know how to code. I have no clue about any of this stuff. But you go into the guts of the game, you go into the source code, and you say, okay, now we're going to make it work with this other platform. Emulation is you are basically putting a PlayStation in your computer or some other console. You're putting the original platform on your computer and then telling the game as a file rather than a disk to work, and it will, because it's, the game is running on its original platform, even if the original platform is being simulated or emulated on a PC. That's the thing. And those two are definitely different.
Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the
He's not
Colonel.
even rage baiting, he's just paranoia baiting. He's just like trying to get you to freak out and be paranoid. They don't even have any sodium pentothal here. It's kind of funny because when I played Ground Zeroes and did the test in the Deja Vu mission, I was like, what the fuck does he mean? What sodium pentothal? And I literally forgot that was part of the codec call. I completely forgot about that codec call, I'll be so honest. Thermals. Nom, 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 nom. I love eating claymores. How low on these was I? One of the things that's still so crazy to me is how they put a fully functional Stinger missile in this game. Everything in this game has just never ceased to impress me. I see something, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, it probably works this way. And then it totally doesn't, and I'm like, you're fucking kidding, there's no way. I definitely think I can finish this up. Hopefully I can do it within the next hour or so. Wouldn't it be so embarrassing if I actually got, like, an alert here or there, and I completely forgot about it? I would actually be so upset. There's any mines around here? Probably not, yeah. Could really use some more SOCOM ammo, perhaps? Should be something. Yep. Okay, so we're not too far off from our max. Yeah, I love how that door just opens without a card key. I find that a little silly. But I will at this point in time reveal the secret. I don't know how many people saw my latest post on YouTube, but I posted a rather cryptic message saying that I have a secret stream planned, and the hint to the secret was, let me think, hold R1, press X, then press up and R1, and then hold R1. And that is the method to do the rear naked choke in MGS4. So the next stream that I do after this one will be an MGS4 stream. It will be emulated on my computer. I knew I was going to do that. You can just kind of chill here until this thing warms up, which is kind of sick. Yeah, I think that's fair. I really just wanted to get a good, and I now have a DualSense controller now. The first time I did MGS4, I played it on an Xbox controller, and part of the reason that I just had an issue with it is because I was like, it doesn't feel authentic. It just didn't feel authentic to me, and that kind of bugged me. I felt like because I was playing it on the control scheme that I was. There's supposed to be a ration around here somewhere. It's probably in the next area. It's not really a big deal. There's a ration down at the bottom of the elevator. Yeah, I would say that, yeah, wait for that Master Collection Volume 2 to come out, because, if all of the experience that you have with 4 is... I mean, another question is, have you played through the entirety of 4? That's a question I have. Have you finished 4 altogether, completely? And, if so... I mean, and I'm glad you're still open to playing it, despite the criticisms you have of it, because I think that if you're going to sit here and be like, if you're going to complain about it and be like, nah, I don't want to play it, though, I'd be like, okay, well, that wouldn't really be fair. Played through all of 4 twice, then went for it again full stealth. Fair. Like I was saying earlier, I love 4, but I always list issues about every MGS. Hey man, I'm the exact same way. Honestly, I am. How much... yeah, I love to talk shit about MGS5, and I always fail to mention that I have 1,000 hours on it, and it is my most played Metal Gear game. So, it feels... I understand that it is pretty hypocritical of me in that regard. But, yeah, I mean, and this is the thing, is it the more you love something, the more you hate it. You know what I mean? I think that applies to lots of different things. The more you enjoy something, the more that you care about something, the more you're going to criticize it, because you're going to want it to be better. And MGS4 is better than 2 and 1 and Portable Ops and MGS4 and MGS5. MGS4, you're saying 4, 5, Peace Walker, and 3 are all sort of on equal footing. I think that's fair. And like I was saying, even for me, I fall victim to this too. Oh wow, I actually punched that Raven. I didn't even think I could do that. Look at how fucking detailed this game is. You can just do that. Oh great, now Miller's gonna yammer at me again.
Snake, can you hear me?
Or not.
It's Naomi.
I forgot about this bit.
What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yeah.
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification. But my reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from.
MGS2 is praised for its amazing gameplay, but it isn't really that good. It isn't better than any other game than 1. I see where you're coming from. I don't know that I fully agree. I do see where you're coming from. And this is what I'm saying. And again, I don't intend to offend you or anything. All I'm saying is that when you play the newer games first, I do think it changes your perspective on the older games, because again, you started with something that felt new or at least modern and just sort of intuitive, and you had all of the advantages of a modern game. And then when you go backwards, it's harder to really get invested and it's harder to enjoy the experience because you're consciously or unconsciously using what you already know as a baseline. And so, like I was saying, you go backwards, it doesn't, I do think it kind of hampers the experience. But again, I don't think that there's anything wrong with playing the game that you played first. I really don't. I think it just comes down to, and the fact that you gave the older games a try is in my opinion, more than, you gave the older games a try, which is more than respectable, I think. There's so many people that would probably go around and say, oh yeah, I don't want to play any of the other Metal Gear games other than 5 because there are totally people out there that think all of the other Metal Gear games other than 5 suck because they're old. And the only games that they want to play are like Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain. And there are people who will just stand and die on that hill. And I can't respect those people because it's like you can't make a judgment about something that you have no knowledge of, Yeah, and I think that, you say that Peace Walker is less modern than 2. I don't think, I wouldn't agree with that. I would say that Peace Walker has, since it is those same people are also the ones who beg for MGS4. Yeah, it's weird because I think you got a point there is that, yeah, people will say, oh, I don't want to play all the old games suck because they're old. But yet at the same time, they're also like, yeah, let's get remakes and remasters and let's get all of these. It's weird. It's like, okay, so you want all of these remakes and remasters, even if you think it's very hypocritical, I think. It looks the same, has less modern. It looks less modern, has the same mechanics. It is weird. This is the thing that you have to understand about Peace Walker, I think, is that I don't know. I don't really agree with that, to be totally honest. But I see where you're coming from. I see how you might not be completely wrong in saying that a PS2 game from 2001 and a PSP game from 2010 are on equal footing. I don't think that that's necessarily wrong to say that. I don't think it's wrong to say that they have major similarities. But I do think that Peace Walker had significantly more content. I don't know how much you've played of Peace Walker. I'm assuming that you've played the modern mechanics about Mother Base Flood over the other mechanics. Yeah, and again, you're not wrong in that MGS2, you're not wrong in saying the gameplays are similar. But I do think that Peace Walker, this is you 100% a Peace Walker twice. Sure. This is what I would say is that Peace Walker is probably the least innovative of all of the Metal Gear games with regards to core stealth gameplay. When you're looking at the actual gameplay of Peace Walker, it is basically almost exactly the same as 2 or even 4 to a degree, except, it has so many fewer mechanics. It does have so many fewer mechanics. It has, and this is what I would raise you. This is where I would disagree. Is I would say something like the CQC in Peace Walker is miles beyond MGS2. At least it is, even if it is even if it is just the MGS3 or the MGS4 CQC, I still think that the CQC system in 3 and onwards was, quite vastly. It was just sort of polished, I would say. I would say it was just a polished version of 1 and 2's CQC, because 2 didn't really, 1 and 2 didn't have like a formal CQC system. It wasn't as polished. But like I was saying, I would say that it is the least innovative with regards to the core stealth gameplay. The mother-based stuff, that I would say is pretty different, pretty innovative for Metal Gear. But when you do look at the way the game plays minute to minute, yeah, I would say you're not wrong in saying that it is rather similar to 2. And I think that is I can understand where you're coming from on that.
My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around.
That explains the English accent.
Probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me.
Real.
I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Big
Your
boss.
big brother.
Yes. Frank Jaeger.
Oh.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me.
This is like crazy lore. It really is, honestly.
Yes. Frank Jaeger. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
Hey, he's still alive,
No.
technically.
Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I.
This is why I love Metal Gear, because the lore, it's not always incredible, but moments like these are really special, I feel
Only
like.
connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America.
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who is he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited too long.
Look at how detailed her expression
Kill
is
me?
in the
Is that all
codec.
you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox.
Would have been cool to
He's
see
come
Gray
here to
Fox
kill
in
me?
MGS4.
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for.
How many final battles have these people?
Fox. No. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox Die? Fox Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox Die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die.
Unfortunately, yes.
TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi,
What?
you must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox
What's
dye.
what's the oddest thing about
You
MGS5?
weren't.
No. You were injected with Fox dye as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that. No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Snake!
Naomi!
I guess we'll never know.
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox dye was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
See, it is kind of a miracle that Snake still does all this bullshit, but he kind of doesn't really have a choice, you know? Like, how else is he supposed to get out of here? MGS1 has a final base you infiltrate, MGS2 is a final base you infiltrate, 3 is a final base, 4 is a final base, Peace Walker kind of has a final base. I mean, I would argue the, wait a minute, there's like that American base, right? There's an American missile base in Peace Walker. And I'm assuming you're going to say that 5 doesn't really have that. OKB0, and see, that's the thing, is that OKB0 is like, that's only mission 30, you know? Like, that's nowhere near the end of the game. I think I remember the first time I did this, I took too long, and it froze again, and I got so pissed off. I sweat. I'm so good, right? Oh yeah. You just gotta, like, not take too fucking long. If Skullface died in Chapter 2, the game would have felt more finished. Yeah, I mean, 5 as a whole is just a nightmare in terms of the story and the pacing and all of this. Fuck. I didn't even need to do that. Why did I blow that one up? I literally didn't even need to do that. Oh, they didn't shoot me. That's fun. I think I should be able to get another ration around there somewhere. We all love Rex's lair. I love how the camera angle changes like that. It's so epic. These Dornov missions. Yeah, where you like track down a specific person or something like that. Yeah, 5 is just a nightmare in terms of the completion of the game and that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, it really I mean, and this is well documented that 5 was meant to have infinitely more content than it did. And, I mean, there's people, man, I saw this video, I didn't even watch it, but the title just pissed me off. And the title was like, oh, this is why MGS5 isn't actually unfinished. And I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. It literally is. This is a well-documented thing that MGS5 is an unfinished game. This is well documented. Like, please read a book. It was just kind of irritating. Because you're just, and it just felt like clickbait, you know? It just felt like they were just trying to be different. And I was like, bro, just stop. Like, just don't. If you want to make the point, like, that's fine. But, again, it's just irritating when you're going to say something that is just factually incorrect. I believe, by definition, Metal Gear Solid 5 could be classified as unfinished. And the worst part about MGS5, really, is the fact that there's this very weird line that's hard to define, and it's this line between cut content and unfinished. People will try to conflate those two, and I don't think that it should. I don't think they should be. I think that, like, there's cut content in every single Metal Gear game. Like, things in all of these games did not go exactly how they were meant to, or how there were ideas that were not used, right? And that's all part of the creative process. But since 5 was unfinished, there were things about it that were, again, yeah, there were things that were not done, and there were things that were I don't know why I haven't done that before, because you can't even see me from there. But, I mean, yeah, like, yeah, there could have been so many other really cool features in 5 that were just not there. And yeah, like I was saying, there's cut content and then there's unfinished, and I don't know what the video says, if it's trying to be like, oh, everything was just cut content instead of unfinished, which is not even a little bit true. Like, that is don't let anyone ever tell you that, oh, but MGS5 was just full of cut content and it was actually finished, but they just, you know, because I'm just assuming that's what they meant. I have no clue if that was what they meant, but don't let anyone try to tell you that MGS5 wasn't finished, because that MGS5 was finished, because it wasn't.
Code entry complete. Detonation code activated.
No, why?
Ready for launch.
I deactivated it.
This feels like when you put the USB in the wrong way. You know what I mean? And you plug it in and you think that your phone charged all night, or when you think you started a download and you forgot to click confirm, and then you sit there all night and you go to sleep and you let it download overnight, and then you wake back up and it's still asking, oh, do you want to confirm? That's what that feels like.
Thank you, Snake.
Oh, I'm actually evil.
Code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us, too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind.
People need to remember that MGS5 did have a lot of content, but since it was unfinished, yeah, it does go both ways. You can say, oh, there's all this cut content, and that means the game was unfinished. And you could also say that the game was finished, and all of the quote-unquote unfinished stuff is just cut content. But I don't think that either of those are true completely. I think that it's in the middle, but still leaning towards the game was not finished. And yes, there was cut content. Yes, that there was stuff that they had planned out, that they had thought about doing at the beginning of development, and then they just said, nah, this isn't a good idea. Let's just not do that. And there was stuff that they said, and there was stuff that the time limit was up and they just were not able to put into the game because Konami said, fuck you. And, MGS3 was supposed to be open world. I do think that I heard about how they wanted the environment to be a lot like, they really wanted to get the jungle right. I don't know about open world, but I did hear about it. Them wanting to be really particular about that and wanting there to be like a crazy amount of detail. Yeah, it would have been kind of cool to have. I mean, and you know what? In my opinion, MGS3 is almost kind of like an open world game. In a way, it feels open world, I guess. Even though you are basically moving through a bunch of hallways. I have seen that. I don't know if that meant it was meant to be open world, or because trailers can misconstrue things, but it almost feels like MGS3 was actually an open world game, even though you're running through a bunch of disguised hallways, basically.
Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when we decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
First, I thought we might get the information from you, Snake, so I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. Unfortunately, Octopus didn't survive the encounter, thanks to Fox.
Because Octopus took in the DARPA chief's blood, which had Fox dye in it, and when he transformed himself into the DARPA chief, the Fox dye activated.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning, just to get me to input the detonation code?
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Crazy.
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox dye vaccine.
Liquid.
Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking...
Liquid!
Me, dear brother.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Liquid, how the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Combat encounter? Haha, you idiots. I have the the thing. Ta-da! Can I just, like, walk out of here? How does that work? Nope. How do I... Do I just have to, like, dig around in here, or what? I feel like I'm missing something here.
Snake, gas! Do something! Snake, call Emmerich. He should be able to break through security.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
Well, thankfully for you, luckily for you, Emmerich, I don't actually have normal weapons on me.
I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Fire. I'm assuming there's another combat encounter here. Oh. Very powerful glass. Yeah, I fucking guess. What the fuck? Oh, it was liquid. Liquid! I love that little chime there. Brother!
Liquid!
Liquid!
Did you like my sunglasses?
It's time for the final battle,
You
bitch!
point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily.
Hey, that's my
And you
thing.
performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
That's his entire thing.
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along
That's a
with the
bio
bodies of
weapon.
the Genome soldiers.
The lore here
From
is
the
crazy.
beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox dye.
Fox die? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Dye's program just before the operation, but no one knows how. Why.
Yeah, that doesn't really help me in terms of the algorithm, does it?
I wonder... Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge.
Oh, I have a good idea. See, if you like and subscribe, then you don't have to worry about looking up my name and getting recommendations that aren't me. So, you know, you can find my channel more easily if you like and subscribe.
We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows.
Dun dun dun.
Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't. I do this shit for fun, bro. I have fun doing this. That's not why I'm here, but I mean, you know, I won't say no.
Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy Octopus were killed by Fox Dye, but Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant genes. I got the flawed recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
Crazy.
I was the favorite, huh?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love? It's hate! He always told me I was inferior, and now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands! You stole my chance for revenge! Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him! I will destroy him!
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you! Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes! Yeah!
Bruh. The way he said, yeah, is so silly.
Blake, your blood will be the first to be spilled by this glorious new weapon. Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother. Now I'll show you the power of the weapon that will lead us in the 21st century.
So the first thing I need to do is save once we get this fight started.
How do I stop it?
The first thing you do is destroy the radome, obviously.
Snake, there's nothing I can do to help you. All I can do is cheer you on.
Liar. She scared me for a minute there.
Don't give up.
I forgot that I'm low-key shit at this boss fight. Shit. Seriously? shit, bro. I'm not doing this very well. Oh my god. I mean, I knew this was gonna happen. Okay, well, I mean, I still hit it. I'm so stupid. That was just dumb. I just stuck with what I was doing there. Yeah, I really didn't need to reinvent the wheel there. I was trying to be all tricky about it, but that was really unnecessary. Okay. I swear I dodged that, but okay. Oh, come on. Man, this is annoying. That missed. I am taking a lot of unnecessary damage. Oh my god. I don't know why I thought that would work. Those fucking missiles, man. This is like one of the only games where, well, okay, other than like MGS2, I feel like the boss fights in pretty much every Metal Gear, like the fights against the final Metal Gear are usually not too bad. Like, shit, if you're talking about like the Shagohod, like that one's not so bad. I don't really remember 4. 4 is like, there is the one in 4 is really awesome because you're fighting Ray and you're using Rex, which is really cool. That's helpful. Why did that miss? Bro, I can't. My depth perception here is so garbage. Oh my lord, I really thought that this was going to be easier than it was. Or or is shaping up to be. I got that though. It's fine. I got this. It's not a big deal. I just need to get into a rhythm of it. I don't know if it matters where you hit him. But I think once you get to a certain point, how am I not able to avoid that? Oh, I did not get hit by that. Or that. No, okay, I definitely got hit by that. Seriously? I need to stop pressing buttons. Oh my god, that stupid laser. Okay. Okay, okay. That could have gone better. That could have gone better, but we'll take that.
Did that do it?
Nope, just kidding.
Great Fox.
The name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat.
Crazy.
So it is you. You're a terrible snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Is that gun like in his arm or? Oh yeah, it's like a laser for. That makes so much sense. That gun is never seen ever again.
Fox, why? What do you want from me?
I am a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Naomi.
You're the only one who can stop her.
No, I can't.
Isn't it kind of weird how
Because I'm the one who killed her parents.
crazy?
I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood, to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox.
From the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister, but
Every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me.
PTSD.
Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it. There you are! We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving. But
That is not at all what a gun sounds like, but okay.
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use Royal Harriers.
Fox.
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
Cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. Destroyed the radome.
We destroyed the Raiden.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox, can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Now, in front of you, I can finally die. After Zanzibar, I was taken from the battle. Neither truly alive, nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon, it will finally end.
I don't really know if I was supposed to shoot there.
Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
He's got one of the longest death scenes of all time. I'm sorry, bro did not have to yap that much, but this is very sad. Alright, no problem, I'm just gonna do the exact same shit that we've been doing, so whatever.
Foolish man. He prayed for death, and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone, not even yourself. Die!
Oh my god, I'm gonna die so fast doing this. Hang on, what am I doing? I'm gonna die here. Dude. Does not... Fuck, it doesn't... It's so hard to target him with that. Oh, that's not fun. It's very difficult to target him with the stinger. Come on. Are you fucking serious? Stop, dude. God damn. I think the meta is to just spam chaff. That missed? You're joking. Yeah, if you use... Seriously, man? Yeah, if you use the chaff properly, makes it a shit ton easier. Because Rex essentially has 3 attacks: the gun, the laser, and the missiles. And the thing about the missiles...
Now, in front of you, I can finally die. I can't do it.
Oh, right.
Zanzibar, I was taken from the battle. No, I can't do it. Truly alive, nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon... It's no good. I can't do it. No, I can't do it. Finally.
I love how the voice lines are so funny. I don't know if this is gonna change where I start from. I don't think it does. Fairly certain it doesn't, but I might as well, you know.
Do it for me, Snake.
I'm such a fucking moron! Oh my god, the way these camera angles change. Wow, that does way too much damage. Oh my god. Holy shit. Why was this game so hard? Why was... Man, this shit... Ooh, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I just hate losing. Wait, I didn't mean to restart there. I think it restarts you from the very beginning. Unless... Fuck. I was nowhere near that. Dude, oh my god. Stop it! Fuck! Like, you have nowhere to go. You really gotta be careful with it. Nice one. Thank you, Stinger, for doing not what I wanted you to do. Oh my lord. Why, dude? I am not this bad at this game. That's not what I meant. Please skip. Oh my god. Why does the mission log exist? Like, stop, dude. Come on. of course I got hit by that, because, like, why wouldn't I? Dude, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Come on. I really don't want to get, like, irritated on stream. I hate getting angry on stream. I hate doing that. I have nowhere to go. I have no openings. Come on. Seriously. What the fuck? I don't want to get angry on stream. I'm not going to. I am irritated, but I don't want to... Ugh. It's not professional. It looks bad in the VOD, too. Why would you want to scroll back to this part if you know I'm just going to get angry? I was doing okay a minute ago. And it, like, moves at the worst possible time. Okay, seriously, I keep walking into that. I don't know how you're meant to avoid that. And then he's right on top of me. The
Zanzibar.
It's no good. I can't do it.
Battle. Neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light.